just like to say that I have to congratulate Iowa on an incredible season. Awesome. And I want to personally thank Caitlin.
For months, WNBA coaches and players handled Caitlin Clark as if she were merely another rookie.
No whistle there. Van Loo thought she was fouled. Here's Clark off to the races, ahead for Wallace. Perfect. Clark sees two.
They downplayed her influence, disregarded her record-breaking feats, and even attempted to persuade the world that she was nothing special. But now, the reality is clear. Caitlin Clark is simply impossible.
Harrington all over her. Clark eyes up. Bounces to Boston. Boston one-on-one with Jones will flip it in.
The very coaches who once ignored her greatness are now heaping praise upon her. Recognition she always deserved. Why? Because the so-called stars they try to prop up in her place have fallen flat, botching easy layups, focusing more on TikTok trends in their game, and exposing just how overhyped they really are.
And Angel Reese knows a ring is coming.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark keeps dominating, outshining her rivals, proving she's a once-in-a-generation talent, and making her doubters look ridiculous. She stands alone, undisputed, unmatched.
Clark, step back, handoff Boston. She'll give it back to her. Good ball movement. Samuelson's open, and she delivers with a three.
At the start of the season, some WNBA coaches went out of their way to downplay Caitlin Clark's impact. They treated her like just another rookie. Even though she was already the biggest name in women's basketball, they dodged questions about her, redirected attention to other players, and tried to create the illusion that she wasn't as extraordinary as the world knew she was. But there was one problem. The fans never fell for narrative, and more importantly, neither did reality. Caitlin Clark has been delivering jaw-dropping performances, making it impossible to deny her greatness any longer. WNBA coaches have changed their tune. Suddenly, they're applauding her work ethic, leadership, and game-changing talent. They're finally acknowledging what fans have known all along. Caitlin Clark isn't just a great player. She's the undeniable face of women's basketball.
Plays it in.
Breanna Stewart, 4 NCAA championships at UConn. 4 times she was the MVP of the Final Four, the most outstanding.
Some coaches have even gone so far as to call her the greatest shooter they've ever seen. Others are raving about her unmatched basketball IQ and the way she makes everyone around her better. But here's the truth. These aren't just compliments. They're admissions. Admissions that they fought the inevitable and lost. For months, the WNBA and the media pushed a different storyline, hoping fans will believe that anyone, could rival Caitlin Clark. But reality has spoken loud and clear. There's no one like her. They handpicked their chosen one, a player they hyped as the next big thing, someone who was supposed to rival Caitlin Clark and even surpass her. But there was just one problem. She flopped. Fans watched in disbelief as this so-called star missed wide-open layups, struggled to make an impact, and spent more time chasing social media clout than improving her game. The WNBA's attempt to manufacture a rival for Caitlin Clark completely backfired. Instead of rising to the challenge, this player only exposed a massive gap between herself and Caitlin. Now, the WNBA finds itself in an embarrassing predicament. They tried to pretend Caitlin Clark wasn't the face of the league, but their hand-picked alternative has only proven that she is miles ahead of everyone else. Every attempt to downplay her greatness has failed. Every effort to push another player above her has collapsed. Coaches who once ignored her are now forced to praise her. She's putting up numbers no other rookie has ever touched. She's attracting more fans, generating more revenue, and drawing more media attention than the entire league combined. She's outplaying the so-called superstars who were hyped for years, and now she stands alone. No equal, no debate, just undeniable greatness. This season began with doubt, jealousy, and a desperate attempt to downplay Caitlin Clark's impact. They watched their hand-picked stars fail in humiliating fashion. They've seen Caitlin Clark deliver a masterclass in what true talent looks like. And now, they have no choice but to give her the respect she's rightfully earned. It's too late to deny it. Caitlin Clark isn't just a star. She's a legend in the making.
Deliver. We talk about
Clark has the big honor. Sobley thinking about taking her. Clark gives it up. Mitchell, a wide open wing three is good.
Clark's rapid ascent in the WNBA has left even the most respected minds in basketball with no choice but to recognize her greatness. Clip 10. But what makes their praise so significant isn't just what they're saying, it's who they are. These aren't casual fans or media personalities. They are some of the sharpest minds in basketball. They're
A similar question to what I asked Caitlin, to know that Dawn praised Caitlin on the stage out there with all that Dawn means to women's basketball. What does that mean for you in terms of who Dawn is, and what does it mean to know that Caitlin is not done? She is going to continue to be a big deal, and for hopefully many years to come now as a professional.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Dawn Staley is the leader of women's basketball right now. She's our Olympic coach. She is the person that we are all looking up to. And she's somebody that when she says something like that to a player, it should make them feel really good. So I'm thrilled that she acknowledged Caitlin and her greatness. I really am. I think that Caitlin's going to continue to have this kind of impact in the WNBA Indiana's doing well with their ticket sales. I know Las Vegas just had to move to a different, bigger arena when Indiana comes to town. So those are all really good signs that, women's basketball is in a...
Indiana Fever's head coach, Stephanie White, knows what it takes to build a championship team. She once led the Connecticut Sun to the playoffs and has returned to Indiana with one goal: to restore the Fever's championship glory, just as she did before, both as a player and a coach. White has spent her entire career surrounded by true WNBA stars, first as a champion player and then as a coach. She understands the difference between hype and genuine greatness. That's why her comparison of Caitlin Clark's popularity to Taylor Swift 2.0 carries so much weight. She not only recognized Clark's humility despite her massive fame, but also emphasized that her celebrity status wouldn't distract from her dominance on the court. The fact that White sees Clark as a megastar, not just for her play but for her ability to handle fame, is proof that Clark isn't just an elite player. She's a transcendent icon in the making. Then there's Christy Sides, the former head coach of the Indiana Fever, who has had a front row seat to one of the greatest rookie seasons in WNBA history. With decades of coaching experience at both the college and professional levels, Sides compared Clark's competitive fire to Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Steph Curry, some of the fiercest competitors the sport has ever seen. She also likened Clark's leadership and relentless drive to Diana Taurasi, a WNBA legend known for her killer instinct. When coaches of this caliber speak so highly of a player, it's not just praise, it's confirmation. Caitlin Clark isn't just a rising star.
Long embrace and some kind words for her after the game of the handshake line. Just wondering if you wanted to share what those were.
Well, there's not a whole lot of strategy You got to guard her. Nobody else seems to be able to guard her. We didn't even guard her last year when we beat them. She's just a generational player, and she just makes everybody around her better. That's what the great ones do. I think they had a kid that scored 21 and 18. She had 12 assists. Caitlin Clark's not going to beat you by herself. It's what she does to make those other teammates better that helps her score points and them score points to beat you. What did I say to her? I said, I sure am glad you leaving. I said, girl, you something else. Never seen anything.
She witnessed firsthand how Clark carries herself, how she leads, and how she thrives under pressure. For a coach to compare her to Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Steph Curry, three of the most ruthless competitors in basketball history, proves that Clark isn't just an elite shooter. She's built differently. It confirms that Clark possesses a mentality that separates legends from simply great players. Clip 13. Kurt Miller had a few words for Caitlin Clark as well. The two-time WNBA Coach of the Year praised her skill set, comparing her to Sue Bird and Becky Hammon, two of the most intelligent and dynamic point guards in WNBA history. Miller highlighted that Clark possesses Bird's poise and control, combined with Hammon's scoring prowess, making her
Think about the great point guards and post players that our game, not just our league, but our game has seen. They are going to go as the greatest. And I'm excited about the opportunity to work with them. I'm excited about the opportunity that we have to build from those starting points and build out, and for the longevity that those two could have in Indiana, in Indianapolis, and hanging banners in this building. All of those things are so exciting. The future's really bright. And
But he won't be the last. The living legend Mike Krzyzewski also had high praise for the WNBA phenomenon. Having coached NBA icons like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and Kevin Durant, he knows exactly what defines true greatness. The five-time NCAA champion called Clark remarkable, applauding her elite playmaking, pinpoint passing, and unshakable resilience. He specifically highlighted that she's a franchise cornerstone, a once-in-a-generation talent that a team can build.